Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is Khaja Hamad Akbar and you're watching Global Times Pakistan. Yesterday, President Putin warns the foreign forces, foreign rivals, against crossing red line with Russia in a state of nation address. To discuss this, to critically analyze the statement, we have with us Dr. Shaheen Akhtar, from Professor of International Relations from National Defense University, Islamabad. Welcome, Dr. Shaheen. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Hamad. Thank you very much. Uh,
Ma'am,
I think
what are your comments on this statement? What is the significance of this statement in this crucial law?
I think it's a very important relationship. But you see that for the last many years, Russia-U.S. Tension has been heightening. Under Trump, it got far worse, and even before that, since a Crimean state takeover by the Russians, the things have not really been very smooth. And I will go back even before that. The elections in Russia in 2012 were seen by the Russian as there was some kind of encouragement by the West or America to say provoke anti-Putin sentiment. So, which were not really taken very lightly by Putin. As you know, that Putin was very keen to really have good relation or at least pragmatic relation with America, and in the beginning he tried his best to really have that kind of no as we know, there's no possibility of a new cold war because people have been equating that because the international context has really changed dramatically. So there's no, we are not going back to a new cold war. There's no ideological competition of that nature. In fact, there's a lot more globalized world, a lot more interdependent world. So that's not going to happen. But the bilateral relationship definitely between Putin and the say succeeding leadership in America somehow was not really managed properly, and it started deteriorating since then. And the Crimea episode actually created a lot of more tensions, and it was seen that Crimea, which was seen very important for the Russian security, and the things happening there were seen as if the West or NATO was trying to really expand more eastward, which is creating or undermining, insecurity. And Russia is very concerned about its say neighborhood, which is say the near abroad. So it was like Crimea was the tipping point, and Russia stepped in just to really maximize the security. So thereafter, in fact, while there has been, I think, some realization in America and the West that this was a red line that they crossed, so they did not take a military action, but they went for like sanctions, more political isolation of Russia and Putin and the people around him. So it was like squeezing and Iran. And Russian response was like moving more to China, more eastward. So ever since Ukrainian crisis, you will see that yeah, Russia has been diversifying its energy export to say China and more to say Asia Pacific region. So it was like they are reducing their dependence on Europe for their energy export. And there has been, say, also quite, evolution, evolving of closer partnership with China. So it is like now, as Putin is like, it's the continuation of that, and Putin feels like that despite Biden's, say, statements in the beginning that it will be like they will like to mend fences and they will actually extend the New START treaty and all that, which was really a good omen. And I still believe that the new leadership in Washington do realize the importance of a pragmatic relationship with Russia, and obviously Russia means Putin. So it is like they will make effort, and we hope that they are able to really overcome these challenges. But certainly, what you see is at the moment, the on the human right concern or the Crimean issue, and especially President of Ukraine talked about that they're going to retake, say, Crimea. It's a state policy, which is obviously not liked by Putin. So it is the context actually, which is like indicates that the relationship will be like tough going.
Thank you, Rokshay. Last week, a political commentator on CNN said U.S.-Russia relations are in toilet. That was quite absurd comment. But
Yeah.
how you see that in the media, the comments like this confuses people, the general public, that why U.S.-Russia relations are so challenging.
Yeah, I think it is challenging because, as I mentioned earlier, still the strategic relationship between the two is very important for the world. Arms control are is actually, to me, it is really should be valued, and for the world stability, it should be valued. And Trump had actually given all the indication that they are not going to really extend this New START treaty. So if that would have happened, that would have really created a new, say, uh, instability between the two. So if you really look at from the strategic perspective, Russia and America's arms control, this relationship is very vital for both, I would say, for America, for say Russia, because they built it during the Cold War and they continued with it for quite some time. Meant that it is very important for their own security. The only thing is, if America pulls out of that, they are going to really create more insecurity in their bilateral relationship and as well as say in the world at the global level. And very important factor is like the China factor. So the also the growing tension between China America relationship, which worsened under the Trump, and which is still like has to be really dealt with by the Biden administration. If it doesn't happen, so you have like a two-strained relationship emerging parallel, like U.S.-China relationship. There are more strains there, and the U.S.-Russia relationship. The only thing that they and say indicate is that they create a context where Russia and China will get closer, and it will not probably be say in the interest of America. So I think it's a more of a challenge to American leadership to say evolve a better, a pragmatic relationship with Russia at this stage.
Lastly, ma'am, concluding remarks on, as I'm being the ambassador of peace. Do you see any room of cordiality between U.S.-Russia relations in coming future?
Actually, it can happen only if Russia's security interests are recognized in its near abroad. So far, since the end of the Cold War, somehow both sides have been unable to really evolve that kind of relationship. So, where Russia is placed in the European security system. So, what we see is that NATO, and obviously led by America, tried to really continue with the say Cold War strategy of looking at Russia as adversary, as not part of the European security system. So that has been the challenge throughout. If the say America or the West realizes that there should be some kind of a cooperative security system where Russian fears and Russian apprehension are also addressed, then there is a possibility of a thaw and a more cordial relationship. If it doesn't happen and it gets worse, like what happened in Ukraine and Crimea, and say even in Syria, even in this Afghan peace process, the Moscow peace process, that is, I think, that provides excellent opportunity to the two sides to really stabilize Afghanistan. So all those opportunities are lost if they are unable to really say develop some if not a common perception on security, but should be like they are partner in security in Europe. I think that has been at the heart of all the problems.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Shaheen, for your
You are welcome.
sagacious opinion and precious time and sharing with Global Times Pakistan. Thank you, audience. This is for all today.